Om Shanti. Good morning, Diamond Morning. There's alerting us so much about our purity today. And as Baba's children, we have to really appreciate our purity, honor it, respect it, and see how best we can use it in the establishment of the new world. And he's also reminding us, as he does every day, how to be soul conscious. One of the things is to be able to converse with the self as a soul. Sometimes we will say, I'm so tired, or I had a good rest. But it's good to start saying, I, the soul, I'm getting a good rest. I feel alert. I, the soul, I'm happy. I, the soul, I'm helping the establishment of the new world. And so instead of saying, I am doing, I, the soul, helps us to be more soul conscious. So Baba's Murli today is the 28th of May 2022. In the essence, Baba says, sweet children, have love for souls. Whilst walking and moving along, practice, I am a soul. Talk to souls. I mustn't do anything bad. Question. Which of the Father's orders must Brahmins definitely follow for as long as the sacrificial fire created by the Father continues? Answer. The Father's order is, children, for as long as this sacrificial fire continues, you definitely have to remain pure. You Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris, who are the children of Brahma, must never indulge in vice. Anyone who disobeys this order incurs severe punishment. When someone even has an evil spirit of anger, he is not a Brahmin. Brahmins have to remain soul conscious and never become influenced by vices. Song of Baba's Murli. O traveler of the faraway land. Om Shanti. No one apart from you Brahmins knows the traveler from the faraway land. People call out, O Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, the one who resides in the Supreme Abode, come. They call him the Father, but it doesn't enter their intellects what the Father's form is or what a soul is. They also understand that a soul is like a star in the center of the forehead. They don't know anything else. We souls have parts of 84 births recorded within us. People don't have any knowledge about any of these things. They don't even know how a soul enters a body. It is when there is movement inside the womb that you become aware that a soul has entered. When you say, the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, it is the soul that says, Father. The soul knows that his body was given by a physical father. Our Father is that incorporeal one. Surely our Father would also be a point like us. People also sing his praise. He is the seed of the human world tree. He is the ocean of knowledge and the purifier. However, it doesn't sit in anyone's intellect how big or small he is. Previously, you two used to remember the Supreme Soul. Previously, you two didn't have in your intellects what a soul is. Although you used to remember the Supreme Soul, you didn't know anything. The Father is incorporeal. How is he then the purifier? What magic does he perform? He definitely has to come. Why he has to come? To purify the impure, just as we souls reside in a body. Similarly, the Father, who is incorporeal, also has to enter a body. This is why people celebrate the night of Shiva or the birthday of Shiva. However, no one knows how he comes and purifies us. And this is why people say that he is omnipresent. Whenever you go to an exhibition or to give a lecture somewhere, first of all, give the introduction of the Father and then of souls. Each soul resides in the center of a forehead. Excuse me. All the sanskars are in the soul. The body is destroyed. Whatever you do, it is the soul that does it. The organs of the body work with the support of the soul. The soul becomes bodiless at night. It is the soul that says, today I had a very good rest, or today I wasn't able to rest at all. I am doing this business through this body. You children should instill this habit, that is conversing. I, the soul, conversing with myself. And so it instills the habit of being more soul conscious. It is the soul that does everything. When a soul leaves his body, the body is called a corpse. It is then of no use. When a soul leaves his body, the body then has a bad odor. They then take that body and burn it. Therefore, your love is for souls. You children should have the pure pride that you are souls. You have to become completely soul conscious. You have to become completely soul conscious. All the effort is required for this. I, the soul, mustn't perform any bad actions through these organs. Otherwise, there will have to be punishment. All the suffering is experienced by a soul when he has a body. A soul without a body cannot experience sorrow. So, first, become soul conscious. First, become soul conscious. And then become God conscious. I am a child of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. People say that God created them. He is the creator, but no one knows how he creates. You now know how the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, establishes the new world whilst living in the old world. Just see what a wonderful method this is. Those people have shown annihilation taking place. They say that a little baby boy came floating on a paper leaf, but they don't show a little baby girl, and that little baby boy they refer to as Krishna. That is called ignorance. They say that God created the scriptures. They ask, can it be God? Does God sit and write scriptures? It is remembered of him that he explains the essence of all the scriptures. However, no one can benefit from studying those Vedas and scriptures. For instance, those who have knowledge of the Brahma element think that they will merge into the Brahma element. However, Brahma is the element where souls reside. Because of not knowing this, they say whatever enters their minds, and other people continue to say that that is true. Many people do hatha yoga and breathing exercises, etc. You cannot do that. Why should you, delicate daughters and mothers, be given that trouble? Earlier, women never studied politics. They would be sent to school to learn a language, but they didn't have to go to work. Now, women have to study. Otherwise, when there isn't anyone else to earn an income, the women wouldn't be able to stand on their own feet. They shouldn't have to beg. Otherwise, generally, daughters are taught housework. Now, they study to become barristers and doctors. Here, you don't have to do anything else. First of all, simply give the father's introduction to anyone who comes. Everyone calls the incorporeal one Shiv Baba, but no one knows what his form is. Brahm is an element. For instance, the sky is so vast, you cannot reach its end. In the same way, there is no end to the element of Brahm. We souls reside in only a small part of it. All the rest is just space. The soul is so tiny, it just occupies very little space there. The ocean too is vast. It has no limits. You cannot reach the end of space. Scientists try to go up there, but while they're going there, their fuel is used up. In the same way, the great element is very big. When you go there, there is no need to search for anything. There, souls don't even need to have that thought. What would be the benefit of searching for something there? For instance, they go to search for a world in the stars. But what benefit is there in that? That is not the way to find the Father. Devotees perform worship to find God. So they do find God. He gives them liberation and liberation in life. You have to search for God, but not in space where you wouldn't find anything. The government spends so much. This is the almighty government. Neither the Pandavas nor the Kauravas are shown with a crown. The Father comes and explains everything to you. Since you receive so much knowledge, you should stay very happy that it is the unlimited Father who is teaching you. You souls say that you were previously deities. You were very happy then. You were charitable souls, meaning pure souls. At this time, we have become sinful souls because this is Ravan's kingdom. Everyone is following Ravan's dictates. You are following God's directions. Ravan is incognito, and God is incognito. God is now giving you directions. How does Ravan give you directions? Ravan doesn't have a form, but he has been given a form. They have personified Ravan as someone who is tall with so many heads, etc. Ravan has many forms. You souls know that you have the 5 vices, that you have been following devilish dictates. Both males and females have the 5 vices. All of these things will sit in the intellects of human beings when they know that it is the incorporeal Supreme Father, Supreme Soul who is teaching you. God is incorporeal. Only when he comes into a corporeal form can we become Brahmins. The Father comes in the night. The night of Shiva also becomes the night of Brahma. Brahmins will be created through Brahma. Brahmins are definitely needed for a sacrificial fire. Brahmins have to remain pure whilst they are looking after a sacrificial fire. Even in the part of devotion, those Brahmins, so-called Brahmins, they observe purity whilst they do the pujas and things for that while. Even when worldly Brahmins create a sacrificial fire, they don't indulge in vice. Although they do generally indulge in vice, when they create a sacrificial fire, they don't indulge in vice. Similarly, when people go on pilgrimages, whilst they are on the pilgrimage, they don't indulge in vice. You Brahmins too are part of this sacrificial fire, in brackets yajna. Therefore, if you indulge in vice, you become sinful souls. The sacrificial fire is still continuing, and so you have to remain pure until the end. Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris, children of Brahma, must never indulge in vice. The Father has issued an order. And what is the order he has issued? Never indulge in vice. Otherwise, the consequence, what is the consequence? The Bible says, otherwise a lot of punishment will be incurred. When you indulge in vice, everything is totally destroyed. Such ones are not Brahmakumaris or Kumaris, but impure Shudras. Baba constantly reminds you that you promised to remain pure. If after becoming a Brahmin and making a promise to the Father, you indulge in vice, the birth you receive will be that of a cremator. Such great is the consequence. It says, Baba constantly reminds you that you promised to remain pure. If after becoming a Brahmin and making a promise to the Father, you indulge in vice, the birth you receive will be that of a cremator. Here, there is no birth worse than that of a prostitute. This is a brothel. Both men and women give poison to one another. Baba says, no matter how many thoughts Maya brings, you mustn't allow yourself to be stripped. Some are forced. Daughters don't have that much strength. As well as purity, your behavior also has to be very good. If your behavior is bad, you are of no use. When physical parents have vice, the children learn those from them. The Palok Father doesn't give you those teachings. The Father makes you soul conscious. Never get angry. At that time, when we get angry, Baba says, at that time, what happens? You are not Brahmins, but cremators, because there is an evil spirit of anger. Evil spirits cause sorrow for human beings. The Father says, don't do anything devilish after becoming Brahmins. By indulging in vice, you make the sacrificial fire impure. You have to remain very cautious about this. To become a Brahmin is not like going to your auntie's home. No dirty actions must be performed in this sacrificial fire. There should be none of the 5 vices. Don't think that it doesn't matter if you get angry. If you allow that evil spirit to come, you are not a Brahmin. Some say that this destination is very high. If you are unable to continue here, you can go and become dirty. If you are unable to continue here, you can go and become dirty. You have to remain constantly pure and cheerful in this knowledge. After becoming a child of the purifier Father, you have to help him. There mustn't be any vice. Some instantly renounce all vices as soon as they come here. Understand that you are a Brahmin who belongs to, what do we belong to? The sacrificial fire of the knowledge of Rudra. You mustn't perform any such action that would make your conscience bite. Look in the mirror of your heart. Excuse. Look in the mirror of your heart to see whether you're worthy. We are instruments to make Bharat pure. Therefore, definitely stay in yoga. Sannyasis simply become pure, but they don't know the Father at all. Many people also do Hatha Yoga, etc., but they don't attain anything. You know that the Father has come. And why has he come? He's saying reasons for his coming today to purify us, to take us to the new world. So he's saying here, the Father has come to take you back to the land of peace. We souls are residents of that place. We were in the land of happiness, and we are now in the land of sorrow. It is now the confluence age. If you continue to churn this, you will constantly smile. Baba says, look at this child, Angna, from Bangalore. He is always smiling. As soon as he says, Baba, he becomes full of happiness. He has the happiness that he is a child of Baba's. Continue to give knowledge to whoever you meet. Yes, some will even make fun of you. Some will even make fun of you because this is something new. No one knows that God comes and teaches us. Krishna never becomes. Baba says Krishna never comes and teaches. Acha, okay. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says, Namaste to the spiritual children. And the spiritual children say, Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for dharana, points to practice for today. First one, after becoming a Brahmin who belongs to the sacrificial fire of the knowledge of Rudra, don't perform any actions that would make your conscience bite. Never become influenced by any evil spirit. Second point, in order to become a complete helper of the purifier Father, remain constantly pure and cheerful. Share knowledge and continue to smile. Baba's blessing for today. May you be a jewel of contentment with happiness in your heart and fly in the plane of everyone's good wishes. Lovely explanation Baba is giving here today. A jewel of contentment is one. A jewel of contentment is someone who is content with himself, with service, and with everyone else. To receive the fruit of contentment by doing tapasya is the success of that tapasya. A jewel of contentment is someone whose heart is constantly happy. Happiness means that both the heart and the head are both constantly in a state of rest. in a state of happiness and comfort. Such jewels of contentment will experience themselves to be flying in the plane of everyone's good wishes. The slogan for today: only those who please the bestower fortunate, the bestower fortunate, and the bestower of blessings with their true hearts can stay in spiritual pleasure. I shall repeat the slogan. Only those who please the bestower of fortunate, and the bestower of blessings with their true hearts can stay in spiritual pleasure. Om Shanti. So we have such food for thought. It's like hot halwa, as Baba says. We need to churn and experience it and implement it in our lives to experience the benefit. So do have a very powerful day in Baba's sweet remembrance.